happy to welcome Mr. R. Kesavamurthy, Director, Govind HRD Private Limited, Coimbatore for this session. Mr. R. Kesavamurthy has executed over 200 market research and techno-economic feasibility assessment projects for corporate in India and abroad. He also involved in recruiting more than 3,000 job seekers in South India for companies in engineering, textile, and service. He conducted more than 100 soft skill training programs for executives of corporate. In addition, more than 2,000 students were given advice on future education, job, scholarship, and competitive exam preparation, etc. I thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. Now I hand over the session to Mr. Kesavamurthy. Now, thank you, sir.
So, good afternoon for this nice introduction by Madam Rajati. So, it is indeed gives me great pleasure in meeting this young crowd. Only problem is we are meeting virtually. No, had it been on some other time, we would have met face to face or person to person. But this virtual also gives a lot of advantage for both of us. Sitting in our bedroom and drawing room, we are able to converse and then interact and then share our ideas across the globe. So that's a great opportunity. So the topic given to me is entrepreneurship. So something very live topic, very interesting topic. The need of the hour for this country is entrepreneurs. So we need lot of entrepreneurs who can provide jobs so that the millions of people who come out of the colleges and schools and various technical institutions can be absorbed in the industry. So let me start off with a small presentation. I will just share my video, the PPT to you. Are you able to see my PPT?
Yes, it's visible, sir.
It's visible. So the title given to me is entrepreneurship. I think I am given about an hour. So I will take about 30 to 35 minutes total presentation will take about that much time. And then afterwards, if you have any questions, we can share and then we can discuss. I have come here with a lot of selfish motivation. That is, I need to learn something from you. So obviously, I am expecting all the teachers and students who are here to convey their ideas. You can negate me, you need not accept whatever I say, you need not approve whatever I speak. So you can always come out with your own ideas, however different it is from my idea. Okay, let me, with this small introduction, I will start off with my presentation. Okay, this is my journey, that is what they have given me. So let me see whether it will be of use to you or I do not know, but still, see, my journey, I have actually split this into 4 avatars. God has come to the universe, to the world, and then he had come many times, 9 avatars or 10 avatars. The lot of debate is there, whether 8 or 9 or 10. So, but I have split my life so far. I am 61-year-old. Of course, my background is I am an engineer, and then I have done my PG DM from Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta. So from the childhood, somehow entrepreneurship has got into my blood, and it is there in my blood from the day I realized that something has to happen. So whether this entrepreneurship journey is successful or not, I do not know. But this particular experience was really interesting, and almost every day I wake up, I do not know what to do. This is exactly what happens to me even today. I do not know what I will do tomorrow. Because if it is a job, you will know what you will do tomorrow. But if it is an entrepreneur, if you are an entrepreneur, you may come across with some problem, or you may come across with some idea which you will try the next day or the day after. Likewise, every day I come up with something new, and I meet a lot of new people every day. That's one of my objective in my life, that to meet a lot of new faces, new people, etc. So let me quickly narrate my avatar. So I worked for 3.5 years in a consulting company at Kolkata and Delhi. That was in the year 1985 to 89. I completed my BGDM in 85, engineering in 83. Then afterwards, immediately the entrepreneurship started off. Right, after the 3.5 years of working in a corporate career, and then 89 I started off my entrepreneurship. And about 5 years I was into manufacturing. No, this is you. I call this as operation is successful, but patient is dead. My operation of getting into entrepreneurship, into manufacturing, was a big success, but then the patient is dead. I am out of that particular operation, so obviously it is not beneficial to me, but then that entity, that enterprise, that venture is actually thriving even today. So due to various other reasons I have to come out, and then I started off my avatar 3 is service business. No, because in manufacturing you need lot of investment. I had gone with lot of investment with more than a crore. I have invested 1.25 crores. When I say I have invested, it's not my money, it's the money of around some 18, 19 people. We all put together and with the help of the banks, and we started off manufacturing operations. Then, of course, I quit after 5 years. After it started yielding the results, I quit. And then I came into service business when I don't have single penny. In fact, I had only 50 paisa in my hand on that particular day when I left my manufacturing thing. My pocket has got only 50 paisa, and then I had taken a bus where I have to pay 60 paisa. So I bought a 50 paisa ticket and then got down two stops before, and then I walked about 1.5 kilometers to reach my house. That is the situation in 1990. I would say 1995, correct. And in 1994 itself I got married. You know how I got married? By ஆயிரம் பொய் சொல்லியாவது கை கல்யாணம் பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னாங்க இல்லையா, அது மாதிரி நான் ஒரே ஒரு பொய் சொல்லி கல்யாணம் பண்ணிட்டேன், வெற்றிகரமாக கல்யாணம் பண்ணிட்டேன். தட் வாஸ் அ வெரி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் திங். அதே ஒரு ஆண்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அ ஜேர்னி தான். Okay, in this 15 years of service business, I was into market survey or market research, we call it. Technical term is market research. And then business plan preparation, feasibility studies or techno-economic feasibility studies, HR. In HR, we have got three dimensions or domains: recruitment, training, and interventions. I was into all these things. And 15 years, that is up to 2011, I was into this. And 2011, my age was 50. So I always believe in this G.D. Naidu. Coimbatore is known for this person, and he is a very genius and a tech savvy, or padikada mede you can call it. So that G.D. Naidu used to say, first 25 years you study and gain knowledge. Next 25 years you earn money, and third 25 years you spend that money. That is what he used to tell people. In fact, a lot of books written about him with this particular idiom or whatever, this slogan. So I used to follow him because my college education was funded by this G.D. Naidu Trust. So they have given me free boarding and lodging when I studied engineering in Coimbatore for 5 years. So I thought somehow I am influenced by his ideas. So when I attained 50 years, I said goodbye to my commercial operations. I'm an entrepreneur even today, but then my commercial operation of entrepreneurship has come to almost a semi-retired kind of thing. It has come to 2011. And 2012 onwards, I'm into what is called social service entrepreneurship, or social engineering you can call it. 2012 onwards, almost 10 years, 11 years have passed, and then I am into many activities, maybe so to say about half a dozen activities in the social service sector, and that is actually is giving it's eye-opening. Perhaps if I look at my another journey, Avatar 5, probably I may do totally different thing. Already I started doing different thing. I started writing poems now. I have started writing English poems and Tamil poems. Probably I have written one Hindi poem also. So another avatar may become, and I am actually written on my second one book I published, and then it is there in Amazon. It's in Tamil. The title of that book is Sadhanai Mel Sadhanai Sadhagame. Sadhanai Mel Sadhanai Sadhagame, that is the title of the book, which has got some 52 poems, which is basically to motivate the school and college children. So I have written that. In fact, I did not write it. It all happened, on its own. It's an evolution. I never thought I will write a book, that too in Tamil. Tamil I am very weak. Generally I am scared of these Tamil teachers. And all these, generally I am scared of lady teachers. Gents teachers I am somewhat comfortable, but lady teacher I am generally scared when I was in school. So Tamil is the last thing that I would dream of doing something. But then fortunately or unfortunately I am into that now. And perhaps I have inked another book on spoken English, which may come out very soon. My third book is on youth, Ilamai. That is a youth, and which I am co-authoring with one of my student who is a 11th standard girl. Like that, it goes on. I don't know what will journey will look like. That could be my avatar 5. So this is how my journey, entrepreneur's journey started, and then it's going on. I hope that this is somewhat it's a short, crisp, and you are able to understand what I am, what I was, what I am, and what I will be. I've just given you a gist of this thing. Can anybody? Are you okay? Are you okay with my pace? Are you able to understand what I am trying to say? Children, students, one of you can react. Are you with me? Are you able to see the screen?
Students,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Are you with me? Like this is what my journey is all about as far as my career or life in the last 60 years. So, and I am in Avatar 4 now. Probably I may go into Avatar 5 as I said that. Okay. This is in a nutshell about my journey. I don't want to deal with my journey for the entire session. Let me look at entrepreneurs in general, and then what do we, let us try to understand jointly about entrepreneurship. Okay, I'll go to the next slide. Benefits of entrepreneurship. This is because everybody wants to become an entrepreneurship because there are some benefits are there, and we do anything and everything only when there are benefits. No, this is quite common. It's quite human also. So one of the benefits that we derive is freedom. Perceived freedom. Do we really have freedom when you become entrepreneur? It's a big question mark. But we think that we may get freedom. It's like marriage, no? When we get married, we think that we get lot of satisfaction. We get food without, without asking, or it's there, and then lot of, support from them. But then it's a perceived freedom, perceived support. But do we really get that kind of thing after marriage? That could be a big question for most of us. So it's perceived freedom. We may think that we have freedom, but literally, actually, we may not have freedom at all. Many a times, for an entrepreneur, there's no freedom at all, because even a peon will come to your table and say, "Sir, the toilet is serila, sir." He will say. So where is the freedom? And it is your job to take care of the toilet there, isn't it? You are responsible for it. You may not go and clean the toilet on your own, but that is your responsibility to make sure the toilet is clean there. The second benefit is self-satisfaction. This perhaps I would say, if somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, and if he has become an entrepreneur, to some extent he will be satisfied. Yourself is satisfied. But when we talk about satisfaction and self, when you really talk about self, then you become an egoistic person. Anything you talk about self, you become an egoistic person. So this is really actually a big debate. I would put it in front of you. Should we really satisfy ourselves, or should we satisfy somebody else? That is the question mark I am posing to all your budding entrepreneurs who are sitting in this class. Okay, the third is opportunity to try out new things. This is the really great thing. No, your brain, your sky is the limit. You can do any wonders. No, you can do any wonders, right? For example, at the age of 50, I came out of my commercial activity, and the first thing I tried out was to run. So I started running. I initially started running for 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, then 3, 4, 5. Today I am able to run 21 kilometers, and I am able to do trekking. Lot of new things you can try out. So these are some of the new things which I tried out. In fact, yesterday I was talking to a couple of students, and one girl said, 11th standard girls and boys I was talking. She said, "Sir, why don't you write a fiction in Tamil?" Like that she said. Then only I wonder, okay, because I don't know whether I may become a writer in the future years to come. Because one girl was saying, "Why don't you write a fiction in Tamil in the coming years?" So you are allowed to try out new things in your life. That makes your journey or life more interesting. The fourth is social value. It gives a big social value. For example, if you are a very big businessman in a place X, and your service or your product goes to only people in that place X, then you are a big man in that particular place, right? But if you are giving a service or a product which goes to one full state, then your social value goes up. So many people know about your product. But if your product or service goes to the entire country, then your social value still goes up. If it goes to the entire world, then probably your social value goes up. Something like that. So you are writing this book, etc. Perhaps it came from my, somehow it has come because social value get out of this is very big. In fact, one fellow called from New York saying that, Mr. Keshav, did you really write yourself? He asked. I said, yes, I did write. I have not copied, I have not downloaded, or I have not asked somebody else to write it. I did write because it's entirely my experience or in the last some 25 years I put in that book. Because he said it has something for elders, it has something for college students, it has something for middle-aged people, it is something for even school kids. How are you able to do it like this? So it gives a very big social value. Today I am very proud to say that I am a writer, I am an author, than I am a consultant, educational consultant, HR consultant, or a manufacturing person some 20 years back. I get, if I say I am an author, and everybody started respecting me, and then something like that. It is like this. I travel a lot, particularly in North India. I have traveled to 250 towns in India for my own market research and other purpose. As soon as I go to a new place, normally I go to meet some XYZ, depending on that particular assignment. So as soon as I meet them, I ask them which is the best temple in this country, in this place, or the popular temple. And they may say some name will they say, but immediately as soon as you ask about a temple, your social value goes up. He thinks that you are a good man. First of all, he thinks you are a good man, and then he starts giving respect. In fact, I went to a place called Latur. It is in Maharashtra, and then Latur is known for earthquake. So some 30 years back there was an earthquake, and nearly more than 1 lakh people died in Latur. So and I went to that town about some 2 years back, and then I am supposed to meet the richest person in that particular place, who happens to be a Karnataka man. A man from Karnataka who settled in Latur, and by doing so many businesses, he has become the richest person. And while traveling from railway station to his place, he is saying throughout the road, he says, "Sir, left side this complex is my chittappa owns this, and the right side this is again belongs to my uncle." Like that, he kept on saying, "He really a big man." But then as soon as I asked him that which is the popular temple here, my social value goes up like anything. He thinks that I am a very pious man, and maybe I am a good man, and then he respects me a lot from that minute onwards. So this is another thing which you can benefit, you can derive. Okay, the third is possibility of one last chance. Probably 1 minute. Possibility of one last chance. Perhaps you tried out something new and then you failed first time, second time, third time. Still you get another chance to try out if you are an entrepreneur. If you are working in a college or if you are working in any corporate, they may give you second chance or they may give you third chance, definitely not the fourth chance. But then if you are an entrepreneur, then perhaps you can take the one last chance also. The fifth benefit you have is perceived authority, that you can control people. This is a perceived authority. Actually, do you really have authority? I have my own doubts. I have a big question mark whether you really have the authority or not. But perceived authority, you think that you have the authority to control, to govern a set of people, which may or may not. It's like freedom. Perceived freedom and perceived authority. Many of your parents or uncles or maybe in business, you go and ask them, do they really enjoy the freedom? Do they really enjoy the authority? Do they really have the authority? Then they will tell you what are the problems they are facing. Right? They may, from the outside it may look they have the authority, but really they don't have the authority. So that is exactly what the benefits of entrepreneurship. Then achievement orientation. This is a very nice word which is imported from the Western countries. Achievement. We want to achieve something. We want to achieve something. That is why we said we start a venture. Venture is nothing short of an adventure. If you are starting a venture and then you are trying out a new business, it's almost like an adventure, right? That is why it's half of the word is venture. So any business, any kind of activity, any kind of a new idea which you toy in doing the business, so it's really an adventure, and all adventures are risky and interesting also. Anything that is risky will be interesting. So these are some of the benefits which I perceive, I have seen many people enjoying. Okay. You have any doubts or you have anything, any clarifications at this point of time? Are you with me, kids, students?
You
Yes,
can
sir.
proceed.
No doubt.
Yeah. Okay. This is my second slide, and my third slide, it talks about different types of entrepreneurs. Who are the different types? One is the forced entrepreneur. He is forced to become an entrepreneur because he knows only one that particular thing. Say, for example, a cobbler, a person who repairs your shoes and chappals, etc. His father was doing, his grandfather perhaps was doing. Now the boy also may know only that particular activity, and he may not know any other thing. So he is called a forced entrepreneurs. Situational entrepreneurs. Some people will do exceedingly well in their education, etc. But all of a sudden, that family problem or something, maybe he lost his father or mother or something like that, some crisis will happen, then he has to take up that operations, the business, family business. So he has become a situational entrepreneur that even though he does not wish to become an entrepreneur, he would love to do some technology oriented courses and go abroad and serve some multinationals, etc. But then he was forced to accept this family business, and those people are called situational entrepreneurs. And third is copycat entrepreneurs. You can see Me Too kind of companies. Coimbatore is known for it. If one fellow starts a wet grinder company, in another 3-4 years, no, in the past, 35 years back, another 3-4 years, and 30-40, wet grinder company came out. Similarly, one person started pumps, then another 50-60 companies, they came up with nothing wrong in it. Copycat entrepreneurship is nothing wrong. That is one style of entrepreneurship. Again, somebody started foundry, then again a bunch of people started foundry. No, likewise, these are where are these washing machines? One time, Coimbatore is known for washing machines, manufacturing of washing machines. So a lot of copycat entrepreneurs were there. Nothing wrong in it, but this is one way of entering into entrepreneurship. The third is innovative and technical entrepreneurs, because a lot of technical institutions are spread all over India, and because of the technical knowledge, and people started coming out and then using the technology, they have tried to become an entrepreneurs. So this is called innovative entrepreneurs or technical entrepreneurs. Then there are some people are called techno-commercial entrepreneurs. They know technology, but then they are not the typical design or R&D people, but then they understand the technology, but they also have done their MBA or something or like that, so they become a techno-commercial person. So such entrepreneurs also you can see. And there are some entrepreneurs called investor entrepreneurs. All that they do is they understand the business, but they don't do the business, they will invest their money. They give the money not for your interest. They give the money, and then they will wait for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years till the time that business makes money, and then they will take back their money if they want, or they will continue with that business. They are called investor entrepreneurs. Then there is another term called intrapreneurship. If you are working in a company and if you are taking all the responsibility of bringing out profitability for a particular division or a particular project, then that owner of the company or that corporate, that management of the company, they may think that why not we make him as an intrapreneur. That is, inside the company he acts like an entrepreneur. That is why it's called intrapreneurship. From that it has come out what is called corporate entrepreneurship. That is, corporate companies, big companies like Infosys or your Hindustan Computers or many other companies, they have a separate division to identify the stars inside the company so that they can become a corporate entrepreneurs. Inside the if they find some X is good in, he has got some brilliant idea, the company is willing to invest a lot of money on that particular thing, and then when the project becomes big or sizable, then they will float it as a separate company. They will make that person as a MD of the company or something like that, and then that will become another venture. So one company can become 2 companies, 3 companies, 4 companies, 5 companies, like that, depending on the number of corporate entrepreneurs identified by that particular company. Okay, this is also very common these days. I will go into some of the companies which are practicing corporate entrepreneurs in a moment now. Okay, then the fourth this thing. Why business fail? We know a lot of business fail. No, even though we talk of entrepreneurship, very interesting field, and then a lot of profitability you can make, wealth can be created, etc. Still, many business fail. Let us understand why businesses fail. First thing, business fail because of the ignorance Ariyamai. In Tamil, we call it Ariyamai. We may know a lot of things about many other things except our business. As we have found that in a tea shop, it's a typical joke said in a tea shop, the tea shop fellow will be watching the cricket on the television, but then he will be shouting at Sachin Tendulkar or Gavaskar, saying that in the even one run could adike terla kind of thing. He will be actually criticizing, as if this fellow is a very masters in cricket, and he knows how to run the country or how to play the cricket, except making the tea. So ignorance of many things is a big problem in our country, and not only country, all over the world. So we need to acknowledge that knowledge is power. If you are knowledgeable on any particular area that you are concentrating, then that is really a power. Whoever has got the knowledge, he will be the king. So this has been the case in the past. This will be the case in the future also. Okay, this is one thing. So many people with half-baked knowledge or with the less knowledge, they enter into business, they find it very difficult to survive. Okay, this is one thing. Particularly in the technology area, unless you have the technology with you, or you should be in a position to source the technology. You should be in a position to recruit that particular technologist for that particular business. Then you will be successful. Otherwise, knowledge is without knowledge, it's very difficult to survive for a long time. So any business when you start, it goes into 4 stages. Like a child, a child, it's a child for first 2-3 years, and then it becomes a boy or a girl, and then adolescent, and then a grown-up man, and then is a married family man, like that, and then old age, and then afterwards normal course death comes. Likewise, in any company, the first 2-3 years or 2-3 months or whatever, depending on the business, that is called a problem child stage. So the problem child stage means that entrepreneur has to take care of that business by in terms of investing a lot of time, money, concentration, knowledge, everything you have to put into the business. Make sure that child grows properly. If you don't take care of that child, then the child will die. So infant death will happen for this project. And many projects die when it is infant. Many projects. Okay. Then once you take care of, it's like taking care of a plant. What do you do for taking care of plant? You will water it, you will give fertilizer, you will remove the weeds, etc., etc. Then automatically it grows. So likewise, even a company, you should give whatever finance is required, technology, right machines, right people. Then automatically your product will be produced, or your service will be produced, your software will be produced, and then that will go to the market. So that year, first 2-3 years is called problem child. You have to take care. Many a times when the child is very young and the child cries, we don't know for it is crying. I think many mothers can understand this. எதுக்காக இந்த குழந்தை அழுகுதுன்னு தெரியலையே. So this mother will assume either it could be a stomachache, or it could be hungry, or it may be thirsty. Like this, she will actually think many possibilities, and one by one she will try to satisfy that. And at one point after, the child will stop crying. So then the mother will come to know because of this the child cried. Likewise, in a company also, in a business also, the problem child will give some signals. But then you don't know. You will be confused. You are confused to know, and you are not very sure what exactly is happening to that business. In many business, in the beginning period, it will be really a tough task for any entrepreneur for that matter. Then it becomes stars. That is, once you take care of everything, then becomes a stars means 10-year-old boy or 12-year, 13-year-old boy. You need not bathe him. You need not comb his hair. He will do all those stuff. He will eat on his own. Ninga uta venda. He will take all these things. So the star is the stage of the business which takes care of itself. That is, whatever money is earned by that particular company, that will be consumed by that company. There won't be any excess, but you need not invest from outside. So that is the stage of what is called a star. Then it should become a cash cow. That is, at some point, after some years, it should become a cash cow. That is, whatever it earns is much, much more than what it spends. Suppose the company earns about 10 rupees and it spends only about 6 rupees, then 4 rupees the profit. That is what we are all aiming at in any entrepreneurship. Profitability is one of the important objective in any entrepreneurship. That can happen only in the cash cow stage. And then dogs is a stage which the company will die. Here the problem what happens initial many entrepreneurs fail because they don't take care of that problem child, or even if they took care of the problem child, when it becomes the stars position, what happened the stars stars, what we said is the amount earned and amount spent for that project will be equal. But this fellow, what he will do, this entrepreneur, as soon as that star started earning money, he will take that money and buy a very big car or very big house, or he will try to construct one chinaveedu. All this thing he will do, he will take away money from that project, and then because of which the stars will die. Because the stars is a situation where you cannot take out the money. You need not give money from outside, but you cannot take out also. But many entrepreneurs fail to understand this, and they take out the money for their personal use, because of which that project may die. Instead of going to the cash cow, it straight away go to the dog. Similarly, in a cash cow stage, suppose the project makes 10 rupees and its expenditure is only 6 rupees, so it has got 4 rupees excess. So that 4 rupees you can take out and do something else, your personal expenses, or maybe develop another business, etc. But this ambitious entrepreneur, what he will do, instead of taking 4 rupees, he will try to take 7 rupees. And because of it, that cash cow also will suffer, and then that also will go to dog. You can see many examples in your own town or village why somebody failed. It could be one of these reasons. Most of the time it will be one of these reasons. The other reasons why people fail is too big investment to start with. In Tamil we say Siruga Katti Perugaval. So you start off with small investment and then slowly you grow and let it become big. That is the way you have to look at this business. But then many of us, what happen? Many entrepreneurs, what they do is they start off in a very big with investment, and they find it very difficult to survive in the long run, because all the money whatever they had they've invested. Here there is a typical saying: a Marwadi never fails in business. You may know a Marwadi. Generally, Marwadis, they don't fail in business for the simple reason: if he has got 10 rupees in his pocket, he will start a business which will consume only 1 rupee. 10 ரூபாய் பாக்கெட்ல இருந்தா he will start a business which requires only 1 rupee. He will try to do that business. Suppose he fails in that. Again he will put 1 more rupee and then do the business again. Suppose he fails on the second time also. Again he will put 1 more rupee and do the same business third time. Even a fool will succeed if he does that same thing 5 times, 4 times. 5th time he will definitely succeed. That is a simple reason why a Marwadi never fails. But in many other sections of people, what we do is, if we have 10 rupees in our pocket, we go for 80 rupees project by borrowing 60 rupees from the bank, by another 10 rupees from friends, another 10 rupees from Mamanar, father-in-law and mother-in-law. If he has got 2 wives, from the second Mamanar and second father-in-law and second mother-in-law, we will bring in all the money, invest all the money in that project, and finally that project, if something goes wrong, he will not have any support, financial support from anybody, because he has consumed all the money. This is also another reason why many projects fail. Then common projects, partnership issues. That's very common in many of our failures in business. Technological obsolescence. This is also there. Some technology it becomes obsolete very fast. For example, we don't talk about Fox Pro now. We don't talk about COBOL now. We don't talk about many things for that matter. So if you are continuing with crystal reports, we don't talk about it. If you are continuing and giving some kind of a service related to crystal reports, then probably you don't need it in the market at all. So the technology will come and wipe you out from the business. And another important reason is inconsistency in government policies. Government policies keep changing. It could be legal, it could be political. For example, recently, some 3 years back, they said all the plastics has to be banned. Just imagine the people who are invested in their business in plastic bags and other things. What would have happened to them? They don't know what to do. They have to close their shop on their factory on the very next day. Obviously, they are met with a lot of problems. So like this. Another important thing, too many eggs in one basket. What these people, some small scale and medium scale companies, what they do, entrepreneurs, they go try and serve one customer. All their energy, effort will be to produce the service or the product to service to cater to one customer. If something goes wrong with that customer, Obviously, this man also will be affected. So, in a typical business, suppose you have 100 customers, you can safely say, and all 100 customers, let us say they are happy with you. But still, some customers will leave because some customers may die. Suppose you have got a salon in your area, that is hair cutting salon. 100 customers are there for you. And then after 2 months, you can see only 98 are there because two people died in that area because of the age. And another two people, they shifted from your shop, they went to other shop because the other shop fellow got married to his sister. He has become a new relation, so there they have gone. The other two fellows again left because no, they met in a bus journey. They were actually traveling alongside, and they were talking to each other, ning engirkinga, nang engirkinga kind of thing. And then finally he found out they are from the same colony or same area, and then the new friendship had come. So because of which some customers gone like this. So there is a possibility that you may lose, even if you are a good service provider, you may lose some customers because of this. Okay, so you should not concentrate on too many eggs in one basket is the biggest problem, and because one of the main reason why businesses fail. Okay, let me go to the different types of entrepreneurship we have already seen, and then why businesses fail we have seen, why some entrepreneurs don't grow. This is a typical of a problem in, I won't say problem, scenario in Coimbatore. There are plenty of entrepreneurs, hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs, but we have not scaled up, including me. Some people have scaled up a little bit, but most of us, we did not scale up. Because our type of industry itself has got limited scope for scaling up. The kind of, let us say you have a foundry. You cannot scale up just like that. Like today you have got 100 ton, tomorrow, next month 200 ton, next month 300 tons. You cannot do like that. The scaling up will be a problem. Whereas some other IT industry, or it could be a retail, you may have one shop today, next year another shop, another next year another shop. Like this you can put, like for example, Tulasi Pharmacy. Tulasi Pharmacy, they are a pharmacy company, and they have got about 80 shops now, throughout Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So like they're like Krishna Sweets. The scaling up is possible, but not in all industries. The limitation of industries could be a problem. In fact, about 10 years back, I met one entrepreneur in Karur, and he is also of my age, maybe 1 year senior to me. He is a chartered accountant by education, but he is into a garment business. He was doing a turnover of around 400 crores when I met him. Then he was telling, Keshav, I made a mistake in my life. He said, sir, you are doing very well. Why are you saying like this? Anyway, I am not a technical man. Instead of entering into garment business, if I had entered into IT business, I would have grown to the level of 40,000 crores instead of 400 crores. Because the scaling up is possible in some industries like IT, whereas scaling up in other industries may not be that possible. Possibilities are very limited. Next is limited visioning. We don't vision it very big. We don't think big. We don't dream big. So like Dhirubhai Ambani, that is Mukesh Ambani's father, used to dream very big. So that is the reason why they have grown big. So even the dreaming, visioning also is very limited. And delegation, many a times our entrepreneurs, they don't delegate their activities. They try to keep all the authority. They try to do everything on their own, because of which also they cannot grow. And then lack of collaboration. We don't collaborate with many people. No, you can collaborate and do many wonders, which we don't do it. And many of our entrepreneurs, they are not able to grow because they are not able to collaborate. Similarly, lack of integration. Like for example, you are making a particular product, and then you are buying some 5 different products from outside, and then and using it and making that 6th product, that is your product. And then you are trying to sell it through some retailers, that particular product. So once you can go back and make 1 or 2 products which you are buying from them. Or you can go to forward and then try to sell on your own instead of giving it to a dealer or somebody or a trader, etc. That also you can do. So we don't look at the forward integration and backward integration. We don't look at many a times. We still keep doing the same thing what we did. So instead of, obviously your profitability is squeezed by both the sides. The fellow who is a dealer, he will also keep on asking for more margin. And this side, the supplier will keep on increasing his prices, because of which your profitability is squeezed. And lack of metrics. Many of our entrepreneurs, they don't document at all. Okay, you go and ask them how many bunions you make. I think I am making around 20,000 bunions every day. Approximately only they will say. Exactly they don't know how much they are making. or what is the, how much they are spending, or how much is the profit, or how much is the loss. That metrics, that calculus, that statistics is not there. Then and some people, even if they have they have recovered in all these things, they had a vision, they had a collaboration activity, they had integrated, they have metrics, still they don't grow because the evolution is missing. See, originally you would have started as a technical entrepreneur, then slowly after some years he should become a techno-commercial man, after some time he should become an investor. That personality has to change. You go and say, for example, you meet, who is that? Say, for example, AC Muttaya. He is the chairman of SPIC group of companies. He has got some 22 companies. So he is an entrepreneur. Probably his father was an entrepreneur. He became again an entrepreneur. But now he is an investor only. What he will do is he will call all the 22 MDs of 22 companies. He will ask only one question. எவ்வளவு பணம் உங்களுக்கு வேணும்? So that fellow, that MD will say, I need 50 crores. Okay, you take it. But எவ்வளவு பணம் திருப்பி கொடுப்பேன்? How much money you will return back after 1 year? He will say, I will give you 70 crores. Okay, fine. So he will have that metrics for every 3 months. And again, he will call the next MD, he will do like this. Now here, the AC Muttaya becomes an investor. He is no more a techno-commercial or a technical entrepreneur. He becomes investor. Then only he will grow and make 20 companies, 30 companies, 40 companies. He can do that. Only when you become a kind of a investor mode, personality has to change in that particular person, which many of us we fail to do, and then because of which they are good entrepreneurs, they are good successful entrepreneurs, they have not grown because of these reasons. I know plenty of my classmates, they're all there, they are very good, they have done well in their area, in their expertise, but then have they grown, have they scaled up? But I would say they could not scale up much. Right. This is exactly about entrepreneurs. Why? Okay, let's go to lessons from past entrepreneurs. Okay, just quickly, I think this is not very important. No, you have to take risk, but it has to be a calculated risk. And you have to set a priority, what you should do immediately, what you should do at a later point of time. Yes, you want to say something? You want to say something? Okay. Then you should look at, you should have concentration costing, how much we spend, etc. This is usual lessons from past. I will go to very important thing now. See, I have closely observed 2 entrepreneurs in the last 20 years who are my seniors and classmates like that. One entrepreneur is a BE from PhD College of Technology. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? கேக்குதுங்களா? ஹலோ, நெட்வொர்க் கட் ஆயிடுச்சு. இப்போ கேக்குதுங்களா? பாருங்க. ஹலோ, இப்போ கேக்குதுங்களா? இல்ல ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
Hello.
Yeah, I am able to. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where I left. I think we are talking about. Sorry, this one. I think lessons from past entrepreneurs. That's where I think I got struck. Am I correct? இல்லை அதுக்கு முன்னாடியே ஆயிடுச்சா?
Reason for failure.
Reason for failure I did. No, I think okay. I think why some entrepreneurs don't grow. இதுங்களா?
Yes.
ஆமாம், இதுதான். அதுக்கப்புறம் we said what are the lessons from past entrepreneurs. That's not a big thing. Now you need to take risk and you have to work out. You have to take a task where the probability of success is 50%. Don't take a task where the probability of success is 100%. இது கண்டிப்பாக என்னால் பண்ண முடியும்னு அது எடுக்காதீங்க. அது யாரோ ஒருத்தர் கொடுத்து delegate that work to somebody else and you supervise that particular person. And you don't take a task where the probability of success is 0%, because that will be very risky. You do a particular work on your own when the probability of success is around 50%. So these are some of the lessons that we learned from the past entrepreneurs. I'll go next to, I have been observing two entrepreneurs. Many entrepreneurs I have been observing. I have taken an example of two entrepreneurs. One entrepreneur who has got a turnover of 20 crores now. He's of my age, you can say. He's a BE from PhD College of Technology, Mechanical Department. And then he did his MTech from IIT Mumbai and started his career in refrigeration air conditioning in Mumbai. He worked for 2-3 years and then came down to Coimbatore to start his own entrepreneurship journey. In phase 1, what he did was he started servicing the air conditioners and refrigerators. And then in the phase 2, he started an institute called a training institute to train IT and diploma students on servicing these air conditioners and refrigeration. Primarily, these boys, after getting the training, they will go to Gulf and then work there, because the job opportunity in Gulf for air conditioning and refrigeration engineers and service technicians are very good. In phase 3, he diversified into cold storage installation and repairing of cold storage. Refurbishment means repairing of cold storage, which cold storage available, plenty of cold storage available in Tamil Nadu, particularly in the very near to Metropolitan, you can see a lot of cold storage to keep the potato that comes from the Ooty or the carrot that comes from the Ooty. Sometimes in the inside the cold storage they give they keep egg, they keep fish, mutton, and they keep even tamarind, puli kuda veppanga, ரொம்ப நாள் புளி வைப்பாங்க, அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்குது. Even flowers sometimes. So and the cold storage is used for many purposes. And the cold storage, how to install and implement that cold storage project. So that was his phase 3 of his business. Then he went for dealership of AC, air conditioning products, where he did not do that the success rate was very less in the phase 4. And phase 5, he consolidated all these business in one umbrella, and right now he is in phase 5. So this is how he has grown from phase 1 to phase 5 in the last about 20-25 years. Let's look at one more entrepreneur. Entrepreneur 2. His turnover is 1,000 crores. Right? He's of my age, or 1 or 2 years senior, junior to me. He's a BTech from Delhi University, and then he's PGDM from IIM Calcutta along with me. He started his career in Hindustan Computers Limited. Then he started entrepreneurship journey. His first entrepreneurship activity is servicing of computers. AMC, annual maintenance contract. He will collect the money and then he will go and service it. Then he went into call center business. Then again he came, and then call center business was sold to ICICI Bank, and then he came back to business consultancy. Fourth, he had a company called Tutor Vista, that is e-tutoring for foreign students. Even mathematics, English, etc. They used to teach from India, online education. This is about 20 years back itself we did it. And then right now, you must have heard of a company called Portia. Now Portia is again his company, medical facilities for elders. And Big Basket, all of us know, that is also, he is an investor there. Now he has become a very big business tycoon. He is able to scale up. But then why he did not scale up to 10,000 crore, 1 lakh crore, that is his limitation. So both of them are successful entrepreneurs. Somebody is able to scale up to much bigger, to somebody is slightly less, somebody is less. But then as an entrepreneur, both of them are successful entrepreneurs, right? Okay. Then now I've told you there are intrapreneurs and corporate entrepreneurship is there. You people, after completing your engineering, you will go and join some IBM, Google, SAP Labs, Infosys, HCL, Wipro, CTS kind of companies. They have what is called a corporate entrepreneurship projects or schemes. So 3M, this is a company called 3M is there. They have innovation rules. Do not kill a project or idea. If an employee has got an idea, don't kill it. You nurture that idea. And even if he fails, you tolerate that failure and motivate that particular champion. Let him become an entrepreneur. That is called corporate entrepreneur. IBM has got called EBO, Emerging Business Opportunity Program, EBO program. And they say all their employees, you think big, you think really big, and bring the right team there. But you think big, but you start small. That is their idea. You think big, but you start small. Then Google has got 20% time policy. The employees can spend 20% of time on personal project. Suppose if you are there in the factory, in their office 8 hours, 2 hours or 1.5 hours you can spend for your personal work. Only 6.5 hours that is enough. During that 1.5 hours, whatever you do, they don't ask. You may do some 1 month, 2 months, you may do rubbish, you may not, you may waste your time, but after that you will be doing something productive. They have seen it over a period of time. That is the kind of projects, which were emanated from that entrepreneurial activities. Gmail, Google News, driverless cars, Google Glasses, all these things are the outcome of this particular 20% time policy. SAP Labs, they have an invent program, that is innovation and venture challenge, to motivate employees to think out of box. Always you think out of box. For example, we have seen the waste baskets on the road, and we are supposed to put the our waste inside that basket, inside that totti, that kuppa totti ulla podonu. And what we do, we put around surrounding all the waste and surrounding it, and kuppa totti is most of the time it is empty. So if somebody can come up with an idea, and then as soon as that person reaches the kupatoti, and if the kupatoti generates a noise saying that, sir, when I use panning sir, use me, then obviously is reminded of, and then you will put the waste into the kupatoti. So like that, there's n number of innovation one can do in a place like India. No, thousands and lakhs and kind of innovation. For example, all these people during this pandemic, all these Maruti van, they are using the Maruti van for travel purposes. But in this pandemic, there is no travel, so they did not have any income. What they converted that Maruti van into a vegetable mobile shop. They put the vegetable in the Maruti van, and then they went into the streets, and then they started selling the vegetables. So this is what we call Mati OC. Okay, if you have any problem, if you have any need in the market, you think of something innovative with the available resources with you, and then that Maruti van has become a Talluvandi kind of stuff. So likewise, corporates are encouraging the entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, as well as corporate entrepreneurship is there. Almost all the big companies, it's a very big exercise. I will tell you, in Infosys, there are more than 1,000 partners. That is, who have actually come up with the idea, and then they were given ESOPs. That is, their shares are given to them, not in the form of money. Their in Infosys shares are given, and Infosys shares are very expensive, and that will give you crores of money. So the people who have got ESOPs are more than 1,000. Similarly, McKinsey, there's one consulting company, they have more than 1,000 partners, because they have given the percentage of share. Whoever has got some brilliant idea. And this is there from small company to big company. It's not that only big company does it, but big company examples are available in books and materials and in the media, so we are able to talk about it. Even small companies, they have this kind of thing. Okay, the last slide I have come. Last but not the least. Never give up in career or business or life. No, whatever be your entrepreneurship, whether you are in entrepreneurship or employment or whatever it is, but don't give up at all. You try the level best and to achieve your goal or success. Never give up in career or business or life. Many of our youngsters, we get the news that they were attempting suicide and committing, but the life is so precious. It's very interesting. You have to enjoy your life, and whatever you do, you have to enjoy. So that is the kind of thing. And then, so when that is the kind of a situation, then why should you lose your life? Don't give up at all. And somebody asked, like, where is this heaven? Heaven is not there up or down. It is in this life itself is heaven. So make use of the opportunities here, whatever is available, and convert this your life as a heaven. Don't look for heaven up or down. After death, you will go to heaven or hell. Those are concepts which are old, redundant concepts. You can make use of this present life as a heaven, and then convert the opportunity, and then you enjoy your life. Let others also enjoy and get benefited out of you. After all, we are all given good education by our parents and the educational community and our teachers. So we should thank our parents, we should thank our teachers who have given us this opportunity, and then we should not give up in our life. And then the last thing, it is not a crime not to become an entrepreneur. Suppose you are not able to become an entrepreneur for some reason, and you are not interested also. So it is not a crime. Don't feel bad. No, suppose you don't become an entrepreneur, nothing to feel bad. Okay, you have taken up a job, or you have taken up a teaching profession, or you have taken up some other social work. So you need not really feel bad about it. So it is not a crime not to become an entrepreneur. Is another punch line I wanted to convey to all the students out here, that if you have the attitude to become an entrepreneur, great, you become an entrepreneur. But if you have an attitude to become a teacher, you become a teacher. And if you have attitude to become a lawyer, you become a lawyer. Because many students, when they are very good in telling lies, பொய் சொல்றதுல ரொம்ப கெட்டிக்காரங்களா இருப்பாங்க, that particular person will become the best lawyer in the country. லாயர் கொஞ்சம் பொய் சொல்லணும். So each one of us have got a slot for us. There is some slot is there, and each one of us got some hidden talent. It is your duty, your teacher's duty, your parents' duty to identify that hidden talent, bring it out, and then make use of it in this life, which is a heaven, and then bring prosperity for you as well as for everybody in this world. Thank you so much for this patience listening.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask now. I have few questions also.
Yeah, please.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can ask. Actually, what are the issues you faced when you entered into entrepreneurship? Sir?
Okay, the biggest problem at that point of time, so I entered entrepreneurship around 30 years back. பொண்ணு கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. That is the problem. Biggest problem. Even today, if you want to prosper, if you want India to prosper, ஒரு இது இல்லை, பிஸ்னஸ் இருக்கிறவங்க தான் பொண்ணு கொடுப்பேன்னு சொன்னால் போதும், இந்தியா வில் பிகம் ரிச் ஓவர் நைட். ஒரே நாள் அமெரிக்கா ஆகிடும். ஆனால் இந்த அம்மாக்கள் சொல்ல மாட்டாங்களே, அப்பாக்கள் கூட சொல்லிடுவாங்க, அம்மாக்கள் சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. The problem is that. So if we all mothers decide today, எங்கள் பொண்ணுகளை வந்து பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணணும் தான் கொடுப்போம், ஆண்டர்பிரனர் தான் கொடுப்போம்னு சொல்லுங்கள், then India will become like US overnight. Within a short period, it will become rich. So main problem for our society, particularly South Indian society, தமிழ்நாடு சொசைட்டின்னு வச்சுக்கலாம் பர்டிகுலராக, நான் மார்வாடி அவங்களெல்லாம் பேசலை, அங்கே அதெல்லாம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். ஸோ பிகாஸ் வி டோன்ட் நோ, அந்த ரிஸ்க் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு வி ஆர் நாட் ரெடி. த கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ரிஸ்க் நோ வி ஷுட் டேக், யூ ஷுட் சி, நம்ம இருக்கிறதே ஒரு லைஃப், யூ டூ வாட் எவர் யூ வாண்ட், வெதர் யூ வில் டெஃபினெட்லி சக்சீட். என்ன உங்களுக்கு இந்த 3 வேளை சாப்பாடு தானே வேணும். சி when I retired at the age of 50, I looked at my asset liability balance sheet அப்படின்னு சொல்லிக்கலாம். அசட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ஓகே, இன்னொரு 50 வருஷம் நான் உயிரோடு இருந்தால் கூட, அதாவது ஈவன் இஃப் ஐ லீவ் அப் டு 100 years, சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு பணம் இருக்குது. தென் why the hell I have to earn again? I'm telling you, let us do some social service அப்படின்னு ஆரம்பிச்சேன் நான். It's not that I have got big money, but then at least for another 50 years to live and survive, to eat, or for my survival, I have got the sufficient resources. Then I decided, okay, let me not waste my time. Let me do some social service, do some bigger things in my life, or the things which will be more useful to the society, the need of the hour பண்ணலாமே அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லி I started doing this. So likewise, இதே தான் பண்ணணும் இல்லை, whatever they want, they can do. Many people have this passion and they will do it. So, and in the survivalக்காக நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம், today we earn for our living, அப்புறம் நம்ம குழந்தைகளோடைய ஃபியூச்சர், அப்புறம் நம்ம பேர குழந்தைகளோட ஃபியூச்சர், நம்ம கொள்ளு பேரனோட ஃபியூச்சர்னு சொல்லிட்டு blindly we are going towards a particular direction which is not required. I will tell you, your kids will look at you down because நீங்கள் வச்சுக்கிற அசட் ரொம்ப ஸ்மாலாக தெரியும். What my father had, when I looked at him, it was very small. For me, it looked very small. What I have today, my son will say, "Appa, ennappa pannita? What is the very small thing you have? What bloody fellow, what have you done?" அப்படினு சொல்ல போறான். Similarly, his son will say the same thing to him. Why the hell we should keep money and wealth or something? You spend and you spread your knowledge to various other people. Now, I am proud to say that in the last 2.5 years, I have touched 3,000 students. In fact, in terms of charity, I have given money to more than 120 people, from 100 rupees to 28,000 rupees each. And then I have given my free service for so many students, and so many people are happy. And then, so that gives, that's why I said I'm into social entrepreneurship. Probably this can become even, 3,000 can become 30,000. Scaling up is very easy in this. 2 வருஷத்துலேயே 3,000 பேரை நான் டச் பண்ணிட்டேன். I don't think any of your professors would have touched 3,000 students in the last 10 or 20 years of their service. But I have touched within 2 years to 3,000 students. So likewise, what I am trying to, I am not comparing. My job is not to compare. What I am trying to say is the scaling up is possible in some of the areas, and I have entered knowingly or unknowingly. ஒன்றும் பெரிய ஒரு பிரெயின் ஒர்க்கில் எனக்கு இல்லை. I straight away entered into this for some reason and then it's growing. Perhaps I am enjoying every day. In fact, one lady asked me, இதில் உங்களுக்கு என்ன சார் வருது, டெய்லி கிளாஸ் எடுக்கிறீங்க, என்ன சார் வருது உங்களுக்கு? நான் சொன்னேன், என்னோட குழந்தைகளோட ஒரு 1 hour பேசினா அது வந்து குவார்டர் அடித்த மாதிரி எனக்கு ஒரு ஹை கொடுக்குது அப்படின்னு. ஒரு குவார்டர் அடித்து என்ன ஹை கொடுக்குமோ I get that by talking to the students, youngsters, and what else you want? And I wanted to I get a high without taking any chemicals, but what else I want? So that is the way we look at it. In fact, we do around 25 different competitions to school kids. We give free online coaching for 6 or 7 different exams, and then we give WhatsApp material for another 10 different exams, scholarship exams. Likewise, it goes on from IAS exam to NEET exam to JEE exam to, and you tell me anything, we are there. KVPY, your NTSC, your NMMS, your Trust, your Inspire Award. I give coaching and 60-70% of the classes are taken by me, and we have got 4 other teachers, one from Bombay and 3 from Chennai, and they're all dedicated to this. They're all doing wonderful things. In fact, my chemistry teacher, one of the best in the country. So he takes classes free of cost to me, just for my face value takes, and that gets benefited to all the kids. So I think to answer your question, it is because of the marriage market. That's a big problem.
Then one more thing, what are the funding opportunities available for the budding entrepreneurs?
Oh my God, this is funding. Funding is something now. Today you have angel investors are there. You are even if they are not called, even a person like me or one man show irpanga illaya, avanga kuda they are willing to invest, provided they find the project very interesting. Today getting fund is not an issue. Even at any point of time it was not a big issue. Let me tell you, if you have a brilliant idea, if you have a good idea, and if you are investing your time on it, there are people. Rajati, I wanted to tell you, see, I have taken this social entrepreneur last 2.5 years. Today, 10 of my classmates from PhD, they said they will fund me 1 crore. 1 crore cash, you do whatever you want, they're saying. So funding, it's not that you need to have it. It will come automatically, provided you have something, this one. Good product and you are investing your time on it, something like that. So I had written a book, சாதனை மேல் சாதனை சாதகமேன்னு சொல்லியிருந்தேன். இது வரல 700 காப்பி எப்படி விற்றதுன்னா என்னோட கிளாஸ்மேட்ஸ்க்கெல்லாம் சொன்னேன், you buy this book, give it to the children who is studying in your school where you studied some 30 years back. So immediately one fellow bought 100 books and he distributed to 2 of the schools in Madurai and Theni. அப்புறம் இங்கே கோயம்புத்தூர் ஒருத்தர் 60 புக், ஒருத்தர் 40 அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு 700-800 புக் ஒரே வாரத்தில் வித்துருச்சு. ஸோ டுடே மணி இஸ் நாட் a problem. What I am trying to say is money is not a problem. There are plenty of people to invest. In fact, your college itself has got an innovation club or incubation club or something. Janssen has got, I know at least 50 colleges which has got an incubation club, and there are PhD step is there. So many people are there. TIE is there. TIE in ஒன்று இருக்குது. So many investment is not a big issue. அப்புறம் நேட்டிவிட்டியா ஏதோ ஒரு கம்பெனி இருக்குது, அது கூட they are investing. Plenty of them are there. I may not know all the names, but they are there. People are willing to invest. Only thing is you need to have some kind of a viable, bankable project அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. A bankable project if you have, and sky is the limit. Even if not, it's இப்போ மட்டும் இல்லை, அன்றைக்கும் அப்படி தான், 10-20-30 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி அப்படி தான், இன்றைக்கி இன்னும் ரொம்ப அதிகம். Funding is not a big issue. But you should have that passion and willing to invest your time and energy, effort on that particular project. In fact, I had taken a class for Kumaraguru students, the subject called business plan preparation. அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவோன்னா, ஒவ்வொரு 4 பேர் ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணி அதுக்கு ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் பிளான் போடணும். We had identified 20 different projects. I am telling you, out of this at least 3 or 4 are brilliant projects. அது ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் சொல்கிற பாருங்க, 2-wheeler பேக்கில் போக முடியாது, ரிவர்ஸில் போக முடியாது. Somebody has developed a small mechanism so that you can go reverse. The ladies, the girls-க்கெல்லாம் பின்னாடி தள்ளுறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்குன்ட்டு, particularly pregnant women, when they go in the scooter, they cannot push back. So they have come up with some idea where they are, that scooter can go backwards. The project is just an idea, but then if somebody invests time, etc., even those students, and then people are willing to invest. அதே மாதிரி ஹோட்டல் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட் அந்த சாப்பிட்ட பிறகு அந்த கழுவுருக்கு அந்த வாழைத்தண்டு வச்சு அப்படியே கழுவாங்க இல்லையா, அதுக்கு ஒரு மிஷின். டேபிள் வாஷிங் டேபிள் கிளீனிங் மிஷின் சொல்லி ஒரு பையன் இது பண்ணி அதுக்கு அதுக்கு என்ன மோட்டார், வாட் ஆர் த மெக்கட்ரானிக்ஸ், அந்த எம்படட் டெக்னாலஜி, whatever ஆல் தோஸ் திங் அதெல்லாம் பண்ணி அது பண்ணுறது எப்படின்னு அவர் கொண்டு வந்தாங்க. இது மாதிரி ஐ கேன் டெல் யூ, ஐ ஹவ் ஹேண்டில் பிஸ்னஸ் பிளான் ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் ஃபார் 2 sets, 2 semesters. ஈச் ஒவ்வொன்றும் 20 ப்ராஜெக்ட், 40 தங்கமான ப்ராஜெக்ட், அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 3 or 4 கேன் பி கமர்ஷியலி இட் கேன் பி இம்ப்ளிமெண்டட். It's up to their those students. I have told them anytime you can come back. In fact, and 3 of our teams participated in one competition. Of course, they did not win the prize, but they participated. So funding is not at all an issue. You can do it.
Okay, sir. Students, if you have any clarifications, you can ask. I think no more
இல்ல
questions.
ஒரு கேள்வி இல்லைன்னா ஆஃப்டர் லஞ்ச் கிளாஸ் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு எனக்கு தெரியும். நல்லா சேஃப்லி யூ கேன் அப்படியே பெட்ல படுத்து
Not like that. Maybe they.
I don't know
we
why,
may-
because see, I interact with class 1 first standard student, class 2, class 3 up to class 12, again college students, MBA students, but class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4லாம் ஊருப்பட்ட கொஷன், அங்கே கொஷனே ஆன்சர் பண்ண முடியல எனக்கு, அந்த மாதிரி கொஷன். அப்புறம் அகைன் 6, 7, 8 கூட நல்லா தான் இருக்காங்க. 9, 10, 11, 12 வந்து காலேஜ் வந்துட்டு கேள்வியே கேட்கறது இல்லை. எதுக்கு கேட்டுட்டு வம்புன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்களா? ஐ do not know. Even I was also like that. In fact, the psychology behind this I need to really, I wanted to invest. And whoever got some out of the box, யாருக்காவது கிறுக்கன் பெயர் வச்சுருக்காங்களா உங்கள் வீட்டில்? கிறுக்கு பையலேன்னு எதை கூப்பிட்டாங்கன்னா உண்மையாகவே அவன் ஆண்டர்பனர் ஆகிருக்கான தகுதியான ஒரு ஒரு பட்ட பேர் கிறுக்கேங்கிறது. கிறுக்கேங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் வித்தியாசமாக ஏதோ ஒன்று திங்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. வாட் டஸ் கவ் கிவ் அப்படின்னா எவ்ரிபடி வில் சே கவ் கிவ் மில்க். எவனோ ஒருத்தன் தான் வில் சே கவ் வில் கிவ் டங் அப்படிம்பாங்க. அந்த கவ் வில் கிவ் டங்கிறவனுக்கு இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிடுவாங்க. பட் தட் ஃபெலோ வில் கேன் பிகம் அன் ஆண்டர்பனர். இஸ் அ பொட்டன்ஷியல் ஆண்டர்பனர் கூட சொல்லலாம். ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஆர் எனி ஆஃப் யூ ஆர் லைக் தட், தென் யூ ஹேவ் யூ ஆர் ரியலி an entrepreneur ஸ்டஃப் அப்படின்னு நீங்களே ஒரு மார்க் தட்டிக்கலாம். ஸோ நோ கொஸ்டின் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். வெரி சர்ப்ரைசிங்.
Students, if you have any questions, you can ask.
Here my friend Sindhu is there.
Sidhu, are you available? I think she is not there.
Sindhu, I think, must have slept.
No, no,
You can ask some questions.
Sindhu, are you there?
yes, I'm here, sir.
Okay, so what is your question? Tell me, what did you have for lunch? From that we will derive some question.
Okay, I had cabbage rice.
Cabbage rice. Okay, so what is your question now?
What are the challenges that you faced first when you started as an entrepreneur?
Oh, actually, I was very young and I was bubbling with ideas, bubbling with energy. இன்னைக்கு இப்போ 61 வயசில் இப்படி இருக்கேன், நான் 25 வயசில் எப்படி இருந்திருப்பேன்னு பாருங்கள். நான் நடக்கவே மாட்டேன், ஓட தான் செய்வேன். I was like that. I was having hundreds of ideas in my head. வாட் டு டூ, அதான் இப்படி அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி எல்லாம். நான் பேசுகிறதே ஃபாஸ்ட்டு, நடக்கிறதும் ஃபாஸ்ட்டு, எல்லாமே ஃபாஸ்ட். அப்போது எப்படி இருந்திருப்பேன் பாருங்கள். அதனால் எனக்கு எந்த பயம் இல்லை. Because I don't have any fear, because when I came to the earth, நான் பிறக்கும்போது ஏதாவது கொண்டு வந்தானா? ஒன்றும் கொண்டு வரல. What do I have to lose? I don't have anything to lose because I have not brought anything. So எந்த பயமும் கிடையாது. இளங்கன்று பயம் அறியாதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா? That is very much true with me. Even today it is true. I don't care for many of these fears. What will happen when you are at 80? அப்போ பார்த்துக்கலாம். Don't think about it at 60. What will happen when you are 70? Don't bother. அதெல்லாம் we have many things to do. ஒன்றும் இல்லை, நான் போய் ஒரு ஆளை கொலை பண்ணிட்டு கூட ஒரு ஜெயிலுக்கு போனால் அவன் சாப்பாடு கொடுக்குறான். சப்போஸ் இஃப் ஐ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் எனி அதர் சோர்ஸ், ஐ கேன் கோ அண்ட் டூ எ மர்டர் and then you will be put in a jail for 18 years or 19 years and you are given food also. என்ன சிந்து? ஸோ சேலஞ்சு பயம் எல்லாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை கண்ணா. யூ டூ வண்டர்ஸ். ஐ ஆம் டெல்லிங் யூ. நான் இப்போ யாராவது உங்களுடைய விஷ் என்னன்னு எனக்கு கேட்டால் என்ன சொல்வேன்னா, நான் ஒரு 50 வருஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம் பிறந்திருக்கணும், இப்போ இந்த சிந்து இவங்களை மாதிரி இவங்களோட பிறந்திருக்கணும்னு நான் சொல்கிறேன். பிறந்திருந்தா த கைண்ட் ஆஃப் டெக்னாலஜி வி ஹேவ், ஆன்லைன், திஸ் தட், எஜுகேஷன், the kind of things you are exposed to, media, Twitter எல்லாம், I would have enjoyed much more than what I have enjoyed my younger days. ஒரு 50 வருஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம் பிறந்திருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னோட விஷ். Yes, anybody else?
That's really good to know, but then I feel like we haven't enjoyed that much as you all have enjoyed in the past, like 1980s and 90s and all.
That is because, no, first of all, you don't know what you mean by enjoyment. That literal meaning is not known to you. Today's generation, they think that getting materials is enjoyment. எங்கள் காலத்தில் அப்படி இல்லை. சும்மா ஒரு மழை பார்த்தாவே என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் வரும். அப்படியே மழையில் நனைஞ்சா அப்படியே டான்ஸ் ஆடுவோம். இன்றைக்கி யார் டான்ஸ் ஆடுறீங்க? மழை வந்து எல்லாம் உள்ளே ஓடி ஒழிஞ்சிக்கிறீங்க. ஸோ த டெஃபினேஷன் ஆஃப் என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் அ ப்ராப்ளம் இயர். புரியுதா? அன்றைக்கி மழை வந்தால் எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரே கொண்டாட்டம். வெள்ளிக்கிழமை வந்தால் தான் எனக்கு மாம்பழம் கிடைக்கும், கரும்பு கிடைக்கும், அப்போ தான் சந்தை இருக்குது. இன்றைக்கி அப்படி இல்லை. ஒரு ஸ்விக்கியில் ஆர்டர் பண்ணால் எல்லாமே வருது. ஸோ யுவர் என்ஜாய்மெண்ட், த டெஃபினிஷன் இஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். ஸோ ஒன் இஸ் ஹாப்பினஸ், அதர் ஒன் இஸ் ஜாய் அண்ட் என்ஜாய்மெண்ட், த தேர்ட் இஸ் பிளிஸ் அப்படின்றோம், எக்ஸ்ட்ரஸி அப்படிங்கிறோம். யூ ஷுட் மூவ் ஃப்ரம் ஹாப்பினஸ் டு ஜாய் ஆர் என்ஜாய்மெண்ட். ஃப்ரம் தேர் யூ ஷுட் மூவ் டு பிளிஸ். பிளிஸ்னா கண்ணில் தண்ணி வரணும். உங்கள் அம்மாவை போய் கேளு, எப்பம்மா உனக்கு கண்ணில் தண்ணி வந்ததுன்னு கேளு, நீ பிறக்கும்போது வந்திருக்கும். எக்ஸ்ட்ரஸி, அவ்வளோ ஒரு ஜாய், எக்ஸஸ் ஜாய்னால் அப்படி தண்ணி வந்துருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி ஜாய் டெய்லி வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும்? ஸோ இஃப் யூ கேன் டூ தட், ஐ எம் ட்ரைங் டு அச்சீவ் தட். ஏதாவது வகையில் எனக்கு ஏதாவது அந்த மாதிரி வருமான். வென் ஐ மீட் திஸ் கிட்ஸ் அண்ட் த கைண்ட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ் தே கம் அப் வித் த ஐடியாஸ் ஆர் த டிபேட்ஸ் எக்ஸெட்ரா. இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஐ லிட்டில் பிட் ஐ மூவ் ஃப்ரம் என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் டு பிளிஸ் வந்திருக்கிறேன் நான் நினைக்கிறேன். பட் இஃப் ஐ கேன் கோ டு எக்ஸ்ட்ரஸி, திங்ஸ் ஆர் வெரி கிரேட். தட் வில் பி த ஃபென்டாஸ்டிக் திங். ஸோ என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் அப்படிங்கிறது யூ டேக் இட் இன் யுவர் ஸ்ட்ரைட். இன்னைக்கு மழை வந்ததா யூ என்ஜாய், மழை வரலையா யூ என்ஜாய். ஸோ லைக் தட் நோ யூ கேன் டூ தட்.
Is there any other queries? I think we don't know more queries.
I recommend strongly all of you read my book சாதனை மேல் சாதனை சாதகமே. It is there in Amazon. You can buy. கொஞ்சம் காஸ்ட்லி அமேசானில். Whereas with me and with my publisher, it's much cheaper. But still you buy in Amazon, nothing wrong in it. Not a big difference. So அது பாருங்கள், அதில் so many entrepreneurial tips அப்படியே புதஞ்சு கிடக்குது. லைக் இந்த மாற்றி யோசின்னு சொன்னா இல்லையா, அது மாதிரி so many things are there which you will enjoy. ஏன்னா சாதனை மேல் சாதனை சாதகமே. சாதனை எப்போ வரும்? வெற்றி வந்தால் வரும். தொடர் வெற்றி தான் சாதனை. சாதனை மேல் சாதனை வந்தால் அது சாதகமாயிடும். I mean, அது ஒரு bigger achievement ஆயிரும். So that is with the keeping this in mind, I have written to motivate the children, school, college children, everybody. So it has come out very nicely, and then many people given a lot of positive comments. I am sure you will enjoy by reading that, and it is in Tamil. Only people who can understand Tamil can read it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
There is no counterpart for Sindhu.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, I have some questions, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm asking this because you are more experienced. How you are balancing both startup thing and private life? Because both of this contains commitments, right?
No commitment. What commitment I have? Because my sons are...
How do you manage those commitments?
No, that is when I was 25 years back. Yeah, to take care of
Sir?
your family expenditure.
Yeah.
Sir, family expenditure is
family.
small, sir. I will tell you, even today, I spend not more than 12,000 rupees for entire family expenditure. அதில் 12,000 rupees 4,000 வந்து இந்த ஃபோனு, லொட்டலொஸ்க்கு இந்த மாதிரி தான், unwanted things தான். Actual food, milk and whatever vegetables we buy, it is not even 8,000-9,000 for two of us.
It's not kind of that commitments. Like my stress, depression, like that.
Okay. Fortunately, I don't get stressed. I give lot of stress for others. That is my nature. I can give stress for everybody. So I don't get stressed. Okay, but இது ஒரு nature. My nature is that. But stress எல்லாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை தான். You just enjoy one bath. In your bathroom போய் ஒரு நல்ல குளியல் போடுங்க, எல்லா ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் காமன் ஆகிடும். இல்லை you listen to some music, fantastic. That will be another this thing. Or you just go for a walk or a jog or cycling to some to 1 or 2 kilometers, particularly to Kumaraguru side where not much of buildings are there, less buildings. Then you get no enjoy. In fact, from my house to your Kumaraguru, I ran 7 times for taking classes. Instead of going by bike, I ran 7 times because I used to enjoy that. So அப்போ எங்கே போய் ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் வரும்? I'm not saying you do only this. Whatever you want, உங்களுக்கு எது பிடிக்குதோ அது பண்ணுங்க.
Yeah, okay.
So only the one which you like most.
Okay, thank you for this.
If you do that, அது என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் இப்படியே இருக்கும். ஒன்றும் இல்லைங்க, ஒரே ஒரு கேள்வி கேட்குறேன். யார் ஒரு சஷ்வந்த் தானே அவர் இப்போ கேட்டவரே?
ஆமா சார்.
சஷ்வந்த், வென் யூ ஆர் யங், உங்க அம்மா வந்து டே சஷ்வந்த் வாடா வாடா காஃபி குடிக்க வாடான்னு சொல்லி கூட உங்களுக்கு காது கேட்காம ஏதோ ஒரு வேலை பண்ணிட்டு இருந்திருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? காஃபி குடிக்க வாங்க, இல்லை டீ டிஃபன் சாப்பிடுவான்னு கேட்குனா உங்களுக்கு அம்மா சொன்னது காது கேட்காம ஏதோ ஒரு வேலை நீங்கள் இன்வால்வ்டாக இருந்திருப்பீங்க. வாட் எவர் பி இட் இஸ் தட் ஜாப்னா ஆக்டிவிட்டி. அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். அந்த இது வந்து உங்களுக்கு கிவ்ஸ் என்ஜாய்மெண்ட்னு அர்த்தம். ஒன் சிம்பிள் டெக்னிக். வாட் வில் கிவ் மீ என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் அப்படின்னு கேட்டால், அம்மாவோ அப்பாவோ, யூஸ்வலி அம்மா டிஃபனில் ரெடி ஆகி பிளேட்டில் போட்டு வாடான்னு கத்துவாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் கடைசியில் கை பிடிச்சி இழுத்துட்டு போய் உட்கார வச்சுருப்பாங்க. ஐ திங்க் ஆல் ஆஃப் அஸ் இது நடந்திருக்கும். த ஆக்டிவிட்டி வித் யூ ஆர் இன்வால்வ் அட் தட் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம், தட் இஸ் த ஆக்டிவிட்டி விச் கிவ்ஸ் ப்ளஷர் ஃபார் யூ ஆர் என்ஜாய்மெண்ட் ஃபார் யூ.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
So there is no counterpart for Sindhu, no boys. என்ன பொண்ணு சிந்து பொண்ணே கேட்டுருச்சு, அப்புறம் பாய்ஸ் ஒன்றும் கேட்டுக்கலன்னா நல்லா இல்லையா?
சஷ்வந்த் கேட்டாச்சு.
சஷ்வந்த் அவர் ப்ரொஃபஸர் ஆட்டிருக்கு?
No, student
தானா? சரி ஓகே thank you.
Student sir.
Okay thank you
Sir, I have.
Okay sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, what is your mindset before writing the books?
Oh, I did not write the book. See, what happened was, I'll tell you what happened. அது கொஞ்சம் லாங்காக இருக்கும். அந்த என்டிஎஸ்சி எக்ஸாம்னு ஒரு எக்ஸாமுக்கு ஒரு 500 பேருக்கு நான் கோச்சிங் கொடுத்தேன். அன்றைக்கி எழுதின பிறகு அடுத்த நாள் வந்து எல்லாம் கூகுள் மீட்டில் வர சொன்னேன். அப்புறம் அப்புறம் ஆன்சர்லாம் நம்ம செக் பண்ணும்போது எல்லாருமே ராங். அந்த 500 பேரில் 450 பேருக்கு அவங்க பக்கத்துலேயே போகல, அந்த கட் ஆஃப் பக்கமே வரமாட்டாங்க தெரிஞ்சு போச்சு. அண்ட் எவ்ரிபடி காட் அப்செட் வென் ஐ செட் த ஆன்சர்ஸ். எவ்ரிபடி காட் அப்செட். அண்ட் எனக்கு பயம் என்னாச்சுன்னா, இவங்கெல்லாம் போய் ஏதாவது தற்கொலை பண்ணிட்டு என்ன பண்ணுறதுன்னு ஒரு பயம். ஃப்ராங்க்லி ஸ்பீக்கிங், திஸ் வாட் ஹேப்பன். தற்கொலை, ஏன்னா இவங்க எல்லாம் சின்ன பசங்க, 10வது படிக்கிற பசங்க. அண்ட் ஐ டோன்ட் ஈவன் see their face. Then immediately thought of, okay, let us announce a drawing competition ஒரு அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ணேன். அண்டு அதுக்கு ஒரு தனியாக வாட்ஸ்அப் குரூப் போட்டு அதுக்கு ஒரு 600 டிராயிங் வந்தது. அதில் ஒரு 5 பேர் 10 பேருக்கு பரிசு கொடுத்தோம். 100, 200, 300, 400 பரிசு கொடுத்தோம். தென் ஐ செட் கவிதை போட்டி. தென் ஐ செட் குவிஸ். தென் ஐ செட் பட்டிமன்றம். தென் ஐ செட் டிபேட், ரன்னிங், ஜாகிங், அப்புறம் டிராயிங், பெயிண்டிங், ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபி எல்லாம் இதுக்கு இப்படி தான் பண்ணேன். அப்படி பண்ணும்போது அந்த குழந்தைங்க, சார் நீங்கள் தான் கவிதை எழுதுங்கன்னு சொன்னாங்க. எனக்கு தமிழ் சம்மந்தம் இல்லையேன்னு சொல்லி நான் 4 லைன் எழுத ஆரம்பித்தேன். தட் வாஸ் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் மை எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். தட் வாஸ் வெரி ஃப்ரூட்ஃபுல் டு தேம். அண்ட் எவ்ரி டே தேவர் ஆஸ்கிங் மீ, சார் நீங்கள் எழுதுங்கன்னு சொல்லி எவ்ரி டே பை 6 o'clock my கவிதை will be there in all the groups to the students. Even today I have written a கவிதை about youth. இளமையினுடைய ஒரு பற்றி தான் எழுதியிருக்கேன். இளமையில் என்ன ரகசியம் இருக்குதுன்னு எழுதியிருக்கேன். 3 லைன் தான் தமிழில். ஸோ அது எழுதி, ஸோ அப்படி எழுதி ஒரு 200 கவிதை ஆகிப்போச்சு. அண்ட் ஒன் டீச்சர் லைக் ராஜாத்தி மேடம், ஒன் தமிழ் டீச்சர் வாஸ் தேர், whom I know by this time I had acquaintance with them 60-70 teachers. All are Tamil medium and English medium teachers. அதுக்கு ஒரு தனியாக குரூப், டீச்சர்ஸ் குரூப் போட்டேன். அப்புறம் காலேஜ் டீச்சர்ஸ் குரூப்னு அது ஒரு 30-40 பேர் இருக்காங்க. அவங்கெல்லாம் they started saying, sir, why don't you make it a book அப்படின்னு. ஓகே பண்ணிவிடுவோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி I just gave it to one publisher. And then one student wrote that forwardனா அணிந்துரைன்னு எழுதுவோம் இல்லையா, அணிந்துரை, முன்னுரை, நட்புரை எல்லாம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தான், everybody. And even proofreading was done by the student. And then it was published. So it is not ஒரு pre-planned activity. சரி, நான் வாழ்க்கையில் எது pre-planned இல்லையா அது ரொம்ப என்ஜாயபுளாக இருக்கும். If you ask me what will I do tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, I do not know. Really, I don't have any work. 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10 to ஒரு 3 முடிய நாளைக்கு எந்த வேலையும் இல்லை. After 3 I have some classes. But up to 10 to 3 நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்னு கேட்டால் I do not know. I may do anything. Very interesting I may do. I started writing ஸ்போக்கன் இங்கிலீஷ்க்கு ஒரு புக் எழுதிட்டேன். ஸ்போக்கன் இங்கிலீஷ் எப்படி புக் எழுத முடியும்னு கேட்கலாம், பட் எழுதியிருக்கேன். அந்த புக் வரும்போது படித்து பாருங்கள். தென் ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் இப்போ அதான் யூத், இளமை அப்படிங்கிற பற்றி நானும் இன்னொரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கோ-ஆத்தர் பண்ணுறோம் சம்திங். அப்போ இப்போ என்னை ட்ரா பண்ண சொல்கிறாங்க. நான் இப்போ கொஞ்சம் ட்ராயிங் எல்லாம் பழகிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஓகே, லெட் மீ ட்ரா, பிகாஸ் ஐ ஹவ் ஆஃபர்ட் அ ட்ராயிங் காம்படிஷன் வேர் ஆல்ரெடி வி ஹவ் ரிசீவ்ட் 750 drawings ஆன் பொல்யூஷன் அண்ட் கிளென்லினஸ். ஸோ நானுமே ஒரு ட்ராயிங் போட்டு பழகலாம். நானும் பிகாஸ் ஜட்ஜஸ் ஆர் சம்படி எல்ஸ், நாட் மீ. அதில் போட்டு ஏதாவது பரிசு கிடைக்குமான்னு பார்க்கலான் இருக்கேன். ஸோ ஸ்கை இஸ் த லிமிட். இதுதான் இல்லைங்க. யூ கேன் டூ வண்டர்ஸ். ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் ஐ ஹவ் சீன் இன் த லாஸ்ட் ஒரு 3-4 இயர்ஸ். இந்த கடந்த 3-4 இயர்ஸ், ஒரு 7-8 years பேக்ஸ் I cannot even run 1 kilometer. Today I am able to run 21 kilometers without any difficulty. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்ட்ரெச் பண்ணால் 42 kilometer கூட போனாலும் போயிடும். இன்னும் I have not tried. ஸோ வாட் ஐ எம் ட்ரைங் டு சே இஸ், யுவர் மைண்டு தான் காரணம். உங்கள் மைண்டு முடியும்னா அது முடியும். முடியாதுன்னா முடியாது. இன்ஃபேக்ட் சிந்து இஸ் மை நெய்பர். நான் அந்த சிந்து கிட்ட சொன்னேன், சிந்து நான் நீட்டு ஜேஇ எக்ஸாம்க்கெல்லாம் கோச்சிங் கொடுக்கலான்ட்டு இருக்கேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். அஃப்கோர்ஸ் ஷீ நோஸ் அண்ட் யர் பிரதர் நோஸ் இட்ஸ் வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட் பிகாஸ் ஃபிசிக்ஸ் கெமிஸ்ட்ரி பயாலஜி எல்லாம் எப்படி கொடுப்பீங்க அங்கிள்? இப்போ நான் படித்து கொடுக்குறேன்னா மேத்ஸ் வேணால் நான் கொடுக்கலாம், மற்ற கொடுக்க முடியாது. தென் ஐ ஹையர்ட் த டீச்சர்ஸ் அண்ட் கேவ். ஸோ சம்திங் லைக் தட் யூ திங்க் it will be possible. And I have got some I told over 1,000+ students. ஒவ்வொருத்தர் போய் மீட் பண்ண போகிறோம் அவங்கவுங்க ஊரில். ஐ வெண்ட் தஞ்சாவூர், திருவாரூர், மன்னார்குடி, லட்சுமணங்குடி, சென்னை ஐ வெண்ட் 3 times just to meet these students. எப்படி தான் இருக்காங்கன்னு பார்த்துட்டு வர்றதுக்கு நான் போனேன். அவங்கெல்லாம் ரொம்ப ஆல் ஆர் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அல்லது எய்டட் ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், ரொம்ப வெரி புவர் ஸ்டேட்டஸில் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதனால தான் அந்த நீட்டுக்கே நாங்கள் ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் 50,000-60,000 கேட்குறாங்கன்னு சொல்லி we started giving free of cost. We are giving NEET coaching on online. So we wanted to do எல்லாமே இதெல்லாம் பிளான் பண்ணி வந்ததில்ல, அது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி இட் ஹேப்பன்ட். இட் ஸோ ஹேப்பன்ட். இட்ஸ் சம்திங் லைக் தட். ஸோ இப்போ என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா சம் ஆஃப் அவர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸோட தம்பி தங்கச்சியெல்லாம் 1வது 2வது படிக்கிறாங்க. அவங்க அம்மாக்கெல்லாம் கூப்பிட்டு நீங்கள் 1வது 2வதுக்கு எதாவது கிளாஸ் எடுங்க அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. வாட் வில் ஐ டேக்? அப்புறம் வி ஸ்டார்டட் லாஸ்ட் வீக் 1வதுக்கு ஒரு கிளாஸ் எடுத்தோம், லைஃப் லெசன்ஸ் அப்படின்னு ஒரு டாபிக் வச்சு வி ஸ்டார்டட் டேக்கிங். ஸோ எவ்ரிதிங் இட்ஸ் நத்திங் வாஸ் ப்ரீ-ப்ரோக்ராம்ட் ஆர் ப்ரீ-ஃபிக்ஸ்ட் இந்த பர்டிகுலர் சோஷியல் ஆண்டர்ப்ரனர்ஷிப்பில். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஐ டெல் யூ, எத்தனை பேர் கோயம்புத்தூர்னு தெரில, வடகோவை மேம்பாலம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, மேம்பாலம் வந்து இறங்கி அந்த அப்படியே அந்த பவர் ஹவுஸ் பக்கத்தில் லெஃப்ட்டில் திரும்பணும். பட் மார்னிங் டைமில் த பஸ் கம் ஸ்ட்ரெயிட் டு த கிராஸ் கட் ரோட். நிறைய பேர் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க. மார்னிங்னா 6-7 மணிக்கு. திஸ் ஐ ரோட் டு த கார்பரேட் கமிஷனர், கார்பரேஷன் கமிஷனர், இது மாதிரி வருதுங்க, ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்து அனுப்பிச்சிருந்தேன். தென் தே கெப்ட் நோ என்ட்ரி போர்டு வச்சுட்டு எனக்கு தேங்க்ஸ் மட்டும் பண்ணது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அந்த போலீஸ்காரன் ஆஸ்ட் மீ ஐ ஷுட் கோ தேர், verify whether they have kept the no entry board. அதுக்கப்புறம் I have to send a reply by email saying that yes you have done it and சொன்னாதான் அந்த கேஸ் க்ளோஸ் ஆகுமாமா. ஸோ I had done it and then afterwards இன்னும் 1-2 பேர் வராங்க, அட்லீஸ்ட் they have kept the board. So likewise you have plenty of things to do in life. 1-2 இல்லை, hundreds lakhs of things. some will get money. இதில் சிலதெல்லாம் மணியும் கொடுக்குது, எனக்கு சிலது மணி கொடுக்குறதில்ல. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் உங்கள் காலேஜில் சசிகலா மேடம்னு ஒருத்தர் இருக்காங்க இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்டேஷனில், ஐ டோன்ட் நோ வெதர் ப்ரொஃபஸர். அவங்க பொண்ணு வாஸ் மை ஸ்டூடெண்ட், அவர் டாட்டர் இஸ் மை ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஃபார் என்டிஎஸ்சி. அந்த பொண்ணு போய் சொல்லி தட் மேடம் வாஸ் sat in one of my classes in NTSC class. Then she called me for one guest lecture in Kumaraguru College. So I got some money from her. So likewise, no, money also comes in some form or other. So it's not that you when you open out, it will it will blossom like anything, right? The flower open ஆகிற மாதிரி தான், it will blossom and then you will become a completely different man altogether. ஸோ அது மாதிரி நடக்கும். அண்ட் வாட் எல்ஸ் யூ வாண்ட் இன் யுவர் லைஃப்? நோ, இது மாதிரி பண்ணாதானே உங்களுக்கு ஒரு, இப்போ ஒன்றும் இல்லை, மை சிஸ்டர் இஸ் ஒர்க்கிங் இன் அ கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல் இன் அவினாஷி. அங்கே 10th ஸ்டாண்டர்டுக்கு சி இஸ் த கிளாஸ் டீச்சர், 7th போகிறான். 7th போய் கேசவமூர்த்தி தெரியுமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்களாமா. 4 பேர் கை தூக்குனாங்களாமா. She said, and she said, I never told your name there anywhere, but when I just said, do you know Kesamurthy, 4 பேர் கை தூக்குறாங்க. ஏன்னா ஏதோ காம்படிஷனில் எங்ககிட்ட they have enrolled and then one girl got some prize also. So which is a very great thing, no? See, and you tell me in any parts of Tamil Nadu, at least one person will know us. Not only because of this online class, we do HR recruitment, which we have recruited around 5,000 people so far. அந்த வழியாகவும் கொஞ்சம் we are spread, but all these are small numbers. We could have done 50,000 or 5 lakh numbers. We could have done 50,000 or 50 lakh numbers. Yes, the scaling up was not there for some reason. I do not know. Maybe now in the social entrepreneurs law, I thought I want to scale up to entire India. And fortunately, I started writing one Hindi Kavidai also. And I have written one. Hindi, I know little bit of Hindi, I have written one Hindi Kavidai also. So what I am trying to say, நீங்கள் உங்களை ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் பண்ணிக்காதீங்க. You just open out like a flower. You will blossom like anything. And then initially you take up a good job. From there you will spread in many wings. Any other questions?
I think no more questions.
Yeah, don't try to do what I do right now. I am doing all these things at the age of 60. But when I was like you, I was concentrating on the work, the job or whatever it is. Whether success or failure, that is a different thing. But my concentration was there. I started off my career in Calcutta. I was there for 2.5 years. Then I was promoted to Delhi. I was there for 1 year, then came down to Coimbatore. This is my native. So the year again, different experience. My experience is different everywhere. I got married to a lady who is not from my circle. And I gave an advertisement saying that Manamagal Thevai Sadi Madam Tadayillai. When this was about 28 years back. And I immediately got married within 6 months. So likewise, many things will happen, and life will be very interesting if something that unexpected happens. And I wish all your dreams should not come true. I wish much more should come true in your life, much beyond which you cannot dream of. நீங்கள் உங்கள் கனவு காண முடியாதது உங்களுக்கு வந்து சேர வேண்டும், கனவு காண்பது வந்து சேரக்கூடாது என்பதை சொல்லி இதை முடிச்சுக்கிறேன் நான்.
I think, thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your wonderful experience with us. Surely we will invite you for the forthcoming sessions also. Thank you. Thank you, students, and thank you, teachers, for participating this session. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you for patience listening, because talking is easy, listening is very difficult, which I know. பட் இருந்தாலும் கூட நீங்கள் இளமையாக இருந்தால் கூட ரொம்ப பொறுமையாக இருந்ததுக்கு I must thank all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.